Greg with IoT World, and we are back at Cognite's Impact 2024. I'm sitting here with Ahmed Musa. Welcome, Ahmed.
Oh, nice having me today.
I appreciate you taking some time to have a conversation. So, Ahmed is a digital manufacturing lead for Nova Chemicals, and I think you're new in your journey at this point in time and engaging with the folks at Cognite. So, maybe kind of set the stage for us, give us a little bit of background on what the project is, how you decided to go with Cognite.
Yes, no, indeed. At the beginning of the journey, when we started about a couple of years ago, we were thinking about digitalization as part of our enablement factors that we need to do to accelerate our journey to position Nova to be the leader in polyethylene in North America. And as we're navigating that journey, what we found is that we have a lot of legacy systems and data scattered. We were thinking about, like, hey, what kind of platform that we can bring in to build those relationships as such, so we can really accelerate our digitalization journey. And of course, last year, when we start really looking at the market, Cognite was the leader in that front, and hence we engaged with the Cognite in that journey. Yeah.
I know the manufacturing world seems to be going under a lot of rapid changes, from sustainability to operational efficiencies. What are some of your goals for doing this type of an engagement? Do you have a short list of what you're after?
Yeah. Well, within Nova, we have multiple value streams, we call them, and the key value stream we are really accelerating is the reliability, maintenance, turnaround.
Okay.
There's a huge value in manufacturing, especially like all petrochemical plants across the globe. Is the reliability, maintenance, turnaround. This is where you can see most of the value. We, of course, what we did, we scouted for opportunities within the organization and that value stream, and we identify what are those use cases. And what we want to really achieve within Nova is what we call it end-to-end maintenance. Is like, how can I let the machine doing all the mundane tasks while our people really focusing on value-added work, and instead of scouting for spreadsheets and doing the calculation.
Hunting for data, right?
Hunting for data and looking for files and so on and so forth. Yeah.
So I know you guys are early in the journey, but have you seen any kind of tangible benefits yet that are coming out of the first stages?
Oh yeah, indeed. I think the first thing what we did is the immediate value is we focused on one plant when we ingested the data and we built the relationship between them. And immediately now, what we can do is, if I want to look at certain information, it's really done. It'll take me a minute versus maybe hours, or calling SMEs, calling people to say, like, where is this file, where is that file? And that's really part of one of our product lines we call smart maintenance management.
Okay. Yeah. So, how about the cultural side of this? Because I mean, you were an existing company. I mean, Nova's a fairly large chemical manufacturer.
Indeed.
So how has that been received, and how are you nurturing those relationships from the plant floor, operationally?
You bet. Honestly, the way I see digitalization is all about people. It has to be user and business centric. It shouldn't feel like, hey, there's a tool outside, you bring it in, and you try to force it in. That never worked. And we had our own experience with that, but the approach we are taking is that, hey, we go to the really end users, super users, we talk with them, we do what we call design thinking workshops to really understand not only what they want, but really what they need from those workshops, and then co-create that product with them. So eventually what they feel like this product is for them, not to them, and they are part of the creation of it.
So identifying their pain points then, basically, right?
Indeed.
Starting there?
Indeed, yeah.
Any hiccups along the way, or toe stubbings, or things you can share with people?
Yes, no, indeed, yeah. Like I think it's all one of there's a success and there's some challenges we are facing. Successes is when we did scouting for use cases across the organization. We try to go with the side that of course have the highest value, but also they are more flexible in adapting new technologies. And we were really successful with that. But as you're navigating that journey, and if you're not going to involve the right people right from the get-go, and you're missing out on the super users, there'll be a lot of recycling. Because you go through the journey, and all of a sudden people tell you, oh, look, I have not heard about this. Is this going to change the way I'm going to be working? Like, why not be involved?
The fear piece, right?
Exactly, yes, indeed. Yeah.
So
No.
How about the communication side of it? Are the other plants asking? I mean, are you sharing the information on like good, bad challenges along the way?
Yeah, of course, we are learning as we go,
Sure.
the journey, and when we start rolling out some of the digital solutions, we try to do communicate often. We either use verbals, meetings, be present. Also, what we try to do to enforce the messaging is really we bring in the users who experienced a digital transformation and let them really speak to it, and instead of the corporate speaks to it. It's just more powerful, and people seeing their peers how their life get impacted. Yeah.
So tell me about the maintenance piece of this, because you always hear that predictive maintenance is a key attribute or a deliverable or result of this. Are you seeing that as well in terms of prediction of what's going to fail or potentially going to fail?
Indeed, the vision we have, that end-to-end maintenance, is really like how you start focusing on the machine speaks to you, and instead of you babysitting the machine, how that should be the other way around. Right, like so if you enable the machine to send you like the right information, the right data, and you have the right algorithm to detect failures that upcoming, that plunge in immensely. We tried rolling out some of them. We call PDMs, the predictive maintenance, in sites, and either in the one in the state or in Canada. And what you found is that with the predictive maintenance, you can really immensely not just maintain the equipment at the right time, but imagine what we found is that you order the parts ahead of time, you schedule the crew ahead of time. There is no rush, there is no pressure, there's no stress on the users, because now they are in control rather than the equipment or the machine in control of our people. It's the other way around. Yeah.
So you mentioned a term before, turnaround. So tell me, what is your focus on the turnaround piece of it? Is this turnaround on equipment efficiency? Is it downtime?
Yeah, the turnaround is really how we are scheduling our turnaround for the whole unit. And we're thinking, hey, like what kind of digital solution we want to bring in to do the, right from the scope identification to the planning, to the execution, to all the way to the lesson learned and incorporate the lesson learned. So that's really what I was talking about. It's like the end-to-end turnaround digital solutions.
So what emerging technologies? Obviously, we've got AI that are factoring into this. What's exciting you, and what's on the horizon for Nova?
For Nova, I think there's two things. It's like, of course, that you heard about the AI and the whole revolution. What happened is how we can leverage those technologies to start doing some of the actions that they are mundane tasks. But we still with the human interference on approval until we really build the trust in the machine. As you know, like most of our industry are risk averse, and you cannot just say, hey, like, well, now the machine going to take control of doing the whole thing. But like how you can stage it in a way that you can build the trust and you improve the algorithms as we go. The other thing, really, what I was thinking yesterday, talking with peers, and of course, what's going on is how we can reach at least semi-autonomous type of tasks, like physical tasks. For example, inspection. Like one of the ideas we're thinking, like if I have set of robots, I can program them on a daily basis. They go doing the operation rounds, doing all the readings, they come back. That's not only just reducing, we have now operators not doing that work or they are protected, but from me, I see it from the safety perspective.
Sure.
So now I'm reducing the exposure hour for the operating being at the, let's say, high critical equipment or hazardous spaces.
And I think that factors in there's always that fear factor from an employee standpoint. Oh, this is going to cost me a job. I'm going to be out of work by a robot or an artificial intelligence unit.
Yeah.
I mean, you folks aren't seeing that, right? I mean, you're redeploying these people in areas.
Indeed, I don't think so that the digitalization will take on jobs, but rather will change the skill set required. So instead of, let's say, an operator like doing the walk and doing the recording, can we build the skill set in the operator to operate now the robots, and instead of him or her like doing the walkabout.
Sure.
So it's more just like that. That's the way I see it. Yeah.
Any parting advice for organizations or companies, or manufacturing facilities that are beginning their journey now that you could share?
Yeah, I think, I think there's two takeaways I've learned in my journey the last 2 years. A clear vision, like where you want to really transform your organization, and if you go specific into units, what the end goal looks like. You communicate often. Never stop communicating to maintain momentum. And be human, people-centric. That's the key thing. Involve the people who are going to be using the tool, the part of the journey.
Wise advice. I appreciate the time, Ahmed. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.